Hi guys. Today I'm going to tell you about ions. And ions are atoms with electric charge, but they charge in a very particular way. So atoms like it if they have full electron shells. And I put like in parentheses because of course they can't really like anything, but they behave as though they are satisfied with that situation. So if an atom has a full outer shell, so its valence electrons fill up that shell, it says, I am completely satisfied with my life, says neon. And helium says, me too, because it has a littler shell, but that shell is completely full. So they like it to be in that situation. So everything in the noble gases, so that's here in this column 8 on the periodic table, has a full shell, so they don't react. That's why they don't react, because they are already satisfied. Atoms are unhappy, and again in parentheses, unhappy, if they don't have a full electron shell. So this sodium has one valence electron. It says, ugh, if I could only get rid of this one electron, that all my shells would be full. So they like to have full or empty, completely empty shells. And then this chlorine says, if I would be happy if only I had one more electron, because it's got space for one more electron here. And this sodium has only one valence electron, so it would like to get rid of that, and then it would be all satisfied. So ions form when atoms lose or gain electrons. So this sodium atom right here, it has one valence electron. So if it gets rid of that one, then it has either all full or all empty shells. So now it says, now everything is great. I feel so positive. Excuse me, that was my cat knocking over something. Ion charges depend on how many valence electrons need to be gained or lost to get a full or empty shell. So here's your periodic table with all the writing taken out. So these ones in this column here, they only have one valence electron. They're close to having an empty shell. So they would like to lose one and they would be happy. These ones here in the orange have two valence electrons. So they would like to lose two to be happy. And the ones that have 8, they're already happy. We talked about that. And then these ones here, they would like to gain one valence electron, so they'd have a full shell, and then they'd be happy. Okay, so depending on whether they're on the right side or the left side, they want to either gain or lose electrons to get a full, completely full or completely empty shell. Okay, so that's sort of their goal. That's when they feel stable and happy and good. So in an ion, the number of electrons and protons isn't balanced anymore. So it has electric charge because this is what happens. So for example, here's a lithium atom. Lithium atom has 1, 2, 3 3 electrons, and it has one valence electron, I beg your pardon. So if it is happy, because it's going to want to get rid of this one electron, so then it can only have full shells or empty shells. Okay, so if it gets rid of that one, instead of being balanced, 3 protons and 3 electrons, now it has 3 protons and 2 electrons. So it had a net +3 charge and then this -2 charge. So that leads to a positive net charge because it has one more protons, 1, 2, 3 protons, only 2 electrons. So there's a net charge. So that's where that charge comes from, is by gaining or losing electrons. Now, if it gained an electron, it would have an extra negative charge. All right, so you write an ion's charge on the upper right corner. So this is showing, this is an oxygen, but it's an oxygen ion. So, because it wanted to gain 2 electrons. So notice that its charges are written 2 minus, not -2, and this is just a chemistry thing. I'm not going to be super strict about it, but that is the proper way. And like for this barium, it has 2 valence electrons, so it likes to lose 2 valence electrons because it's closer to being empty than full. Okay? Ions can form especially when there's another atom that wants the opposite, because then it just works out. So for example, here we go. Here's a sodium atom and a chlorine atom. So the sodium has 1 valence electron. So it's really close to having an empty shell. And then the chlorine has 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's really close to having a full shell. So it really wants another electron. The sodium really wants rid of an electron. So they trade kind of. So he says, here you go. This is just what I wanted. And then sodium is happy, perfect. The chlorine is happy, perfect. But now look, the sodium has a plus charge and the chlorine has a minus charge because it has that extra electron now. So it has an extra negative charge. Okay? I hope that makes it clear. Thank you very much.